43-year-old Daniel Rivers found the diamond ring wedged between the back seat cushions at 2 in the morning after dropping off his last passenger of the night, a woman in an expensive dress who'd been crying the entire ride from the airport to a downtown hotel. The ring was platinum, with a stone so large it caught the streetlight and threw rainbows across his dashboard. Daniel held it up, and his heart sank, because he knew exactly what this meant. Someone's marriage was about to implode, and he had no idea how to find her. Before we dive in, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy stories like this, be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share it with someone who'd love it too. Daniel sat in his car staring at the ring. And he'd been driving for Uber for 2 years, ever since he lost his job as an engineer when his company downsized, ever since his wife left him because she couldn't handle being married to someone who was struggling, ever since his life fell apart. He picked up his phone, opened the app. The woman's name was Sophia Bennett. 5-star passenger. No phone number visible. No way to contact her directly. He could keep the ring, sell it, pay off some of his debt, buy his daughter the birthday present she deserved instead of the cheap toy he could barely afford. Nobody would know. Daniel looked at the ring again, thought about his own wedding ring, the one he'd pawned 6 months ago to make rent, the one he still felt phantom weight from on his finger. He couldn't do it. He drove to the hotel where he'd dropped Sophia off, the Grand View. A 5-star luxury, the kind of place Daniel used to stay at for business conferences back when he had a career. The night desk clerk looked at him like he was tracking dirt across expensive carpet. "Can I help you?" "I need to reach one of your guests, Sophia Bennett. She left something in my car." "We don't give out guest information." "I'm not asking for information. I'm asking you to call her room and tell her I found her ring." The clerk's expression changed. "What kind of ring?" Daniel pulled it from his pocket. The clerk's eyes went wide. "Wait here." 5 minutes later, Sophia Bennett came running through the lobby barefoot in a hotel robe. Her face was puffy from crying. Her hands were shaking. "You found it! Oh my God! You found it!" She reached for the ring, but Daniel pulled back. "I need to make sure you're the right person. Describe it to me." "Platinum band, 2-carat diamond, inscription inside that says, 'Forever starts today, June 15th, 2019. Daniel looked at the inscription. She was right. He handed her the ring. Sophia collapsed into a chair and started sobbing. "Thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means." "Are you okay?" Daniel asked. She laughed through her tears. "No, not even a little bit. Do you want to talk about it?" Sophia looked at him. This stranger, this Uber driver, who'd just returned the most important thing she owned. "Why would you care?" "Because you cried for the entire ride earlier. Because you're sitting in a hotel lobby at 2 a.m. in a bathrobe. Because I've been where you are." Sophia wiped her eyes. "My husband and I had a fight. A bad one. I flew home early from our anniversary trip. I took off my ring on the plane because I was so angry. Must have dropped it getting into your car. When I got to my room and realized it was gone, I thought my life was over." "What were you fighting about?" "He wants kids. I don't. We've been married 4 years, and we can't seem to agree on this one fundamental thing." Daniel sat down in the chair next to her. "Can I tell you something?" "Sure. My wife left me a year ago. We'd been married 8 years. Had a daughter together. I thought we were happy. Then I lost my job, and everything changed. She said she didn't sign up to be married to someone who drove Uber for a living. She took our daughter and moved across the country. I'm sorry. The point is, I would have done anything to fix it, to save the marriage. But she didn't want to fix it. She wanted out. And I spent months blaming myself, thinking if I'd just been better, stronger, more successful, she would have stayed. What changed? I realized she left because she wanted to, not because I failed. Some people don't want to do the hard work of marriage. And that's okay. It hurts, but it's okay. Sophia looked down at her ring. What if I'm the one who doesn't want to do the work? Then you owe it to your husband to be honest. Don't waste his time. Don't waste yours. They sat in silence for a moment. Then Sophia pulled out her phone. What's your Venmo? I want to give you a reward for returning this. That's not necessary. Please. This ring is worth $30,000. Let me give you something. Daniel thought about his rent, his daughter's birthday, the debt collectors calling him every day. $200? That's it. Sophia sent him $500. Thank you for being a good person in a world that doesn't seem to have many of them left. Daniel drove home as the sun was coming up. He felt lighter somehow, like he'd done something that mattered. 2 days later, he got a notification. Someone had requested him for a ride. The pickup address was the Grand View Hotel. It was Sophia. She got in the car looking different, calmer. She was wearing jeans and a sweater. The ring was back on her finger. Where to? Daniel asked. The airport. But I wanted to talk to you first. Daniel pulled over. What's going on? I called my husband after you left. We talked for 3 hours. Really talked. For the first time in months. And we're going to counseling. We're going to figure this out together. Kids or no kids. Whatever we decide as a team. That's good. I'm happy for you. You gave me something that night. It wasn't just the ring. You gave me perspective. You reminded me that marriage is work and that some people are worth working for. Daniel felt his throat tighten. I just returned your property. No, you did more than that, and I want to do something for you. Sophia handed him a folder. Inside was a business card and a letter. I'm the head of HR at Precision Tech Solutions. We're hiring senior engineers. I looked you up, saw your background. You're exactly what we need. This is an interview offer. Thursday at 10 a.m. Salary starts at $120,000. Daniel stared at the letter. I don't understand. You helped me when you didn't have to. Now, I'm helping you. That's how this works. I can't accept this. Why not? Because I didn't return your ring to get something from you. I did it because it was the right thing to do. I know. That's exactly why you deserve this opportunity. Please, at least take the interview. Daniel looked at the letter again, thought about his daughter, about giving her a life she deserved, about maybe being able to afford to visit her for Christmas. Okay, I'll take the interview. Sophia smiled. Good. Now take me to the airport before I miss my flight. Thursday morning, Daniel wore his only suit, the one he'd worn to job interviews for the past 2 years, the one that had gotten him nowhere. He walked into Precision Tech Solutions and was immediately intimidated. Glass walls, modern furniture, and young people in expensive clothes talking about projects he didn't understand. The receptionist directed him to a conference room. 3 people were waiting. Sophia was one of them. The interview lasted an hour. They asked technical questions, behavioral questions, questions about his work history and the gap in his resume. Daniel was honest about losing his job, about driving Uber, about his daughter, about everything. When it was over, the lead interviewer shook his hand. We'll be in touch. Daniel drove home feeling defeated. He'd blown it. He knew he had. 2 years out of engineering was too long. He was rusty, out of practice. Why would they hire him when they could hire someone younger and cheaper? 3 days later, Sophia called him. Can you come back to the office tomorrow? At 2 p.m. Did I get the job? Just come in. Daniel showed up the next day in the same suit. Sophia met him in the lobby and walked him to a corner office, her office. Sit down. Daniel sat. The team loved you. You're smart, experienced, humble, everything we look for in senior engineers. But, you got the job. You start Monday. Daniel couldn't speak. He just stared at her. There's more, Sophia continued. We have a relocation program. If you want to move closer to your daughter, we'll help cover the costs. We also have flexible schedules. You can work from home 2 days a week, and we offer full benefits, health insurance, dental, vision, 401k matching. Daniel put his head in his hands. He was crying and he didn't care. Why are you doing this? He asked. Because you did the right thing when it cost you nothing to do it. Because you sat with a stranger at 2 a.m. and gave her hope when she had none. Because the world needs more people like you. And because I can. Daniel started on Monday. The work was challenging but familiar. His team was welcoming. His manager was supportive. For the first time in 2 years, he felt like himself again. 2 months later, he signed a lease on an apartment near his daughter. He could afford the rent, could afford to furnish it, could afford to buy her the bike she'd been wanting. The first weekend she visited, they rode bikes together in the park. She talked about school and friends and her life across the country. Daniel listened to every word. Dad, are you happy now? She asked. Daniel thought about it, about the job, the apartment. I'm being able to see his daughter regularly. Yes, sweetheart. I think I am. Good. You deserve to be happy. That night, after he dropped his daughter back with his ex-wife, Daniel drove past the Grandview Hotel. Thought about that night 2 months ago when he'd found the ring. When he'd made the choice to do the right thing instead of the easy thing. He'd expected nothing in return. That wasn't why he did it. But somehow doing the right thing had led to everything changing. 6 months into his new job, Daniel got a text from Sophia. Coffee tomorrow? I have news. They met at a cafe near her office. She was glowing. I'm pregnant, she said. Daniel's eyes went wide. Congratulations. I thought you and your husband were undecided about kids. We were, but counseling helped us realize we were both scared of the same things. Scared of failing, scared of losing ourselves, scared of everything changing. Once we talked through it, really talked through it, we realized we wanted this. Together. I'm so happy for you. I wanted to tell you in person, because none of this would have happened if you hadn't returned my ring. If you hadn't sat with me that night and reminded me that some things are worth fighting for. Daniel smiled. You would have figured it out. Maybe, but you helped me get there faster, and I'll never forget that. They hugged goodbye, and Daniel walked back to his car, feeling something he hadn't felt in years. Hope. Not just for himself, but for everyone. For the idea that small acts of kindness could ripple outward in ways you'd never expect. That doing the right thing mattered even when nobody was watching. And that life had a way of coming full circle if you just kept showing up. A year after finding the ring, Daniel was promoted to lead engineer. His daughter spent every other weekend with him. He'd started dating someone kind and patient who understood his past. He'd paid off his debts. He was building a life he was proud of. And it all started with a choice to return something that wasn't his, a choice to do the right thing when the easy thing was right there. He still drove past the Grandview Hotel sometimes. Still thought about that night. About Sophia crying in her bathrobe. About the ring that changed everything. He'd learned something important that night. That we're all connected in ways we don't understand. That helping someone else helps yourself. That kindness is never wasted even when it feels like it is. And that sometimes the smallest gestures create the biggest transformations. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that integrity still matters, that good people still exist, and that one choice can change everything. Do the right thing even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard, because you never know what doors might open. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.